Cats are not merely a staple in Arkham. They are a staple in everything I do. Hello, welcome back to Doomed. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Today, Alessandra Zorzi and her new companions search for the lost sister amidst the Akwan shoreline. What do those words mean in that order? Well, you're just going to have to find out. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to Requiem Lost. Congratulations on your 23 months. That's very close to a sub baby, and we love that here. Crosshair, Crazy Cat Lady, write it down. Put it aside. We'll figure it out. I don't know who that's going to be. Hello, Blanky Cat. Hello, Lo. Hello, everyone. Very happy to have you all here. As always, I'm going to do a quick catch-up. I don't have, like, 8 hours for the stream today, tragically. What's that? Yeah, but I want to still get through the remainder of this day 2 scenario. But, of course, chime in the chat. Let me know how you're doing today, if you want to. You don't have to. You can also just listen to my dulcet tones. Alessandra Zorzi, socialite by day, criminal mastermind by night. She is on Hemlock Isle with a scientific team from the Miskatonic University in Arkham. They are studying the flora and fauna of the island, strangely mutated. Alessandra is there to smooth things over with the locals. She has, after all, a magical silver tongue. You don't have 8 hours! Wah! Requiem, I do desperately want to do, like, a Doug length 9-hour challenge stream at some point. I think, first of all, I think I would die. No, that's it. That's just the one thing. I think I would die. Oh, God. I think I would die! Okay. That's where we're at here. It has been a whole day since Alessandra Zorzi has been in Hemlock Vale. She went to the North Point mine, where she rescued a young man, Simon Atwood, the local troublemaker. Also rescued, although apparently they didn't need help, River Hawthorne, who was collecting things for some sort of bouquet. Hydrate! Delicious. Oh, I see. Oh, no, I understand, Requiem. I commit to an 8-hour stream, and then you immediately redeem all your points to force me to drink 8 to 9 liters of water. I am more water than man! After rescuing said people from North Point Mine, Alessandra returned where she chose not to eat the food provided by the community of Hemlock Vale. That night, she and Dr. Rosa Marquez were led out into the woods, where they were taken out back. She was led out into the woods by Mother Rachel, the leader of the community, to hunt for their other compatriot, team member, Bertie Musgraves. They found him and rescued him, although they were pursued by many horrific monsters. It is now day 2. Alessandra Zorzi is hungry, but she still has things to do. Exactly, Requiem. It's not a cult if everyone's doing it. Alessandra has chosen another place on the island to visit. She's gone north to the Akwan shoreline. That's where, I can't remember their names, but I am referring to my notes here in game to remind myself. Yes, Theo Peters, his sister Helen Peters, are looking for their younger sister, Lizzie Peters. I think it's time to jump into the game to remind ourselves of where we've gotten ourselves to. I will not wait, Requiem. I must continue. Whoa! Hello. Ooh. Helen thoughts are unveiling and not true. This is not... This is not a cult. Blanky Cat said it, so it must be true, guys. Okay. That's a good question, Crosshair, because I want to say, Velma's Diner, of course, is the classic place to eat in Arkham, right? It's open pretty much 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. They serve pie, they serve coffee, they serve home fries. It's a great place. However, that would be my answer in terms of the most famous. What I read, of course, was what's the most peculiar. which is not what you wrote, but I will still answer that question. In the Doomed verse Arkham, there is a small little, quite literally, hole in the wall, which is called Mr. Magoo's Magical Pies. And it is not a kind of place where you want to eat. The pies are hard as tack. They lack any moisture. People have been known to break their teeth on one. But if you ask the proprietary Mr. Magoo where he gets his pie ingredients, he'll just wink at you. There we go. Pie hole. Blanky Cat, tell me to shut my pie hole, okay? Okay, here we are, back on the Akwan shoreline. Actually, let's take a look at our board first here. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Alessandra Zorzi. 2 damage, 1 horror out of 7 and 7. Not so bad. We've put on our fine clothes. We've got some charge left on our fox mask, and we have an entire massive assortment of people. Theo Peters, the resident, he's giving me an extra action during my turn, which can only be used to move. We have done something with the 2 Peters siblings, which sounds ridiculous. Yes, Theo reconciled with Helen. They were arguing. Theo didn't feel at home on the Akwan shoreline, so he went to live in Hemlock Vale, the community in the center of the island. Helen feels like, oh, you abandoned us, you abandoned Lizzie, but they've reconciled now. Thanks, of course, to Alessandra's beautiful diplomatic skills. Helen Peters is giving us +1 combat or +1 agility, depending on whether we are in the the daylight on a coastal location or in a cave. Hello, of course, to you, Cthulhu, and Flower of August. I was about to call you Tekalili. Welcome to you both. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you. Oh, Momo O'Brien. Damn it. Momo's live. Guys, we got to raid over to Momo. Sigh. Ooh, thank you, Blanky Cat. I did see there was an update. I'm going to wait until I finish this scenario to fully update, because then I can, I'll basically copy over all of my information from the campaign guide, the bag, all the details, and then I'll be able to put a Cornhusk doll on my deck, and hopefully, and all that sort of thing. Bill Nye, the fine clothes guy. Bill. Oh, shit. 3 wishes, and then your soul is forfeit. Honestly, Flower, I'm just looking for a nice slice of blueberry pie from Velma's. The best cup of coffee I've ever had. And for every day to be as nice as this one, but for the weather to be different every day. Now those are some monkey paw wishes, so have fun with that. And Cthulhu, of course, welcome. The horror. Blair, hello. How, Blair Beverage, welcome. Actually, let me just quickly, whoop. I hope this works. Yeehaw! There you go. How is the Marvel Snap, Marvel Rivals, beta? I want to say beta. Opt-in? What am I talking about? Hey! Well, you're a cool dude. Requiem! Whoa! Thank you. Well, we are never finishing this scenario. Requiem, that's very, very, very kind. And frankly, a little ludicrous. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. Rivals. Alpha. Okay. See, I was half right. Oh, okay. Every day is a degree hotter from now on until the day you die. Well, I guess the silver lining there, Flower, is that I will be dying probably quite a bit sooner. Because the wet bulb temperature will just you know what I mean? It'll just come and go. And I'll be dead. Even if it's degrees Fahrenheit. Give me a few months. A few months. Good Lord, Scott, a few weeks. Okay, what else do I want to say here? We've got Theo, Helen, Gideon Mizra. While you control Gideon Mizra, you have 1 additional accessory slot, which of course I'm currently using for this creepy-ass Cornhusk doll given to me by a child. I remember that too, Cthulhu! Oh, that was good times. I think that was Flower who donated 20 gift subs. And also, thank you all very much. That's very, very kind of you all. Ah, you cute kids. This Cornhusk doll was given to us by Mother Rachel's daughter, who would, of course, be Simon Atwood's cousin. It uses 3 wishes. We've already used 1. When a skull or tablet is revealed, spend a wish, exhaust Cornhusk doll, treat that token as a cultist instead. It was a barrage. Flower of August. It was a 350 barrage. Helldivers Unite. Oh! Who the hell was it then? Oh no, now I've misattributed the generosity of someone. Damn it, strangers! Damn it, the kindness of strangers! Okay, well, we've got a pretty good little board here set up. We also, of course, are Bewitching. Love this art. Big fan. Ah. Oh, Blanky, I did not know that. That is so... Oh my god, that is charming as hell. Thank you! Okay, guys, Blanky Cat is the stream MVP for now. Everyone else can come for Blanky Cat's position. Blanky Cat, please defend yourself. Or get ready to defend yourself. Oh, and of course, Bianca D. Katz is here. This is Alessandra Zorzi's very cool nightclub singing girlfriend. Sorry, partner. Sorry, current squeeze. It's probably closer. So we currently have 3 actions. This says evade, but it means move from Theo Peters. And a parley. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Crosshair, no! We have a backstab, a British bulldog, which is a gun in hand, and a fake credentials. We have 1 clue. Okay, that's what we have. Let's take a look at our board state. No, let's take a look at our objective and our act here. Agenda and act is what I meant. Agenda. Okay, sorry, Cthulhu. I don't want to spoil you. Saludos. I hope, I know you've got your night 1 coming up very soon for your playthrough of Feast. Have a great time with that. Can't wait to get back to it. Agenda 2A. Darkness closes in. The cavern walls are alive with churning, shifting fungal growths, and they seem to be following you. That's correct, Flower of August. I, too, remember that, which means I think our first priority is going to be getting a ton of clues. Cards at dark locations use night effects. Cards at all other locations use day effects. 3 out of 12 Doom. Not bad. We've got some time for now. Agenda 2A, On the Trail. Or sorry, I said it myself. Act 2A, On the Trail. Lizzie's glowing footsteps lead to an unexplored chamber deep in the caverns. Through your exploration, you now know how to lure the ravenous creatures with glowing moss out of the darkness and into the light. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Okay, got it, Requiem. I just have to remember the key to survival is rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby... There's an action on the act to spend a clue and choose an enemy at a connecting dark location. Move that enemy to your location. Why would you want to get them out of the dark? To get them into the light, probably. Objective. When an investigator enters fungal cave, immediately advance. Well, Flower, I like to think the caves, like, you could continue through them basically forever, but somehow they wind up, like, back near the shore. Let's not worry about the liminal space here. It doesn't look that bad, eh? Pew! Also, is that Theo Peters? Like, who is that? With the massive, like, kukri or whatever on his shoulder. What is that? It's huge! It's a machete. Sorry, I knew that. I think it... Yeah, the curved blade. It's massive. Anyway, we have to enter the fungal caves. Where are we? Down here at the underground pools. There is a clue still on this location. There's a clue up here at the suspended graveyard. There's an unexplored cavern here. This black amanita is at a non-dark location, so it's aloof. After you discover a clue at its location or connecting location, if it's ready, take a direct horror. The mushrooms, the fungus that controls this island, of course, is still... I think it's probably done some sort of mind control on the creatures here. Further up, we have Akwan, where we began, an unexplored cavern, an overgrown tunnel which has luminous growth, which makes the cavern light. Enemies at the location get +1 fight, +1 damage, which means this crustacean hybrid, it's a horrible glowing lobster, very cool, is a 3/3/4, but actually a 4/3/4, 2 damage, 1 horror, because of the thing on it, because of the luminous growth. It gets +X health, so I'm sorry, it's a 4/5/4 elusive hunter. When it would take damage from an attack, reduce that damage to 1. We will be trying to get away from this thing. It is elite, which means I can't really parley it with it in the way that I would like to. It does have victory 0, Crosshair is correct, which means if we did 5 damage to it, 1 at a time, or found another way of defeating it, it would go to the victory display. More unexplored caverns, and the fungal cave. The glowing blue mushroom caps palpitate as you approach the mouth of this chamber. As an additional cost to enter a fungal cave, we must spend at least 2 clues. Sorry, 2 clues, not at least 2 clues. That would be ludicrous. My plan is as follows. Alessandra Zorzi is going to collect as many samples of fungus as she can. She's going to essentially try to use her companions to map out the cavern system so that when they approach the fungal cave, they'll have a good idea of how to get out of the way of any other large crustaceans that come their way and lure them into the light. That's the plan. It's my turn. I have a ton of actions. What I would love to do is snitch. White people love snitching. I have made that joke multiple times on this stream, and I will absolutely keep making it forever. Okay. What I would like to do is grab snitch. Stir the pot, I think, is going to be very useful, because it does damage to all enemies at its location, and it allows you to disengage and run away. Beguile only works on non-elite enemies, which means it won't work on the crustacean hybrid. But I think I just have to collect clues normally. Snitches get birches. Snitches. Snithshes. Oh, God. All right. Well, we have 2 hands. We could pull out the fake credentials, but they allow me to parley to get clues, which is not... I'll just investigate. Remind me what this bag looks like right now. I have, okay, an Elder Thing, 2 skulls, and a cultist. -1. If you succeed, heal a horror. The Elder Things are -2. If an abomination is at your location, reveal another token. Woof. Skulls, -X. Half the number of revealed cave locations in play. Oh, I get you, Flower. Don't you worry about it. Exactly, Crosshair. That's what we love. Okay, caves. 1, 2. Revealed caves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Currently about to be 6. I'm going to put the skulls down to -3 because I think the plan is get this clue, move, get another clue, keep moving, keep getting clues, avoid the crustacean hybrid. If I can find some way of, like, evading it, essentially, I think that'll be good. But that's the plan. We're going to parley to take some money off of Bianca D. Cats. Alessandra Zorzi is going to take a moment to explain... Beguile! Alessandra Zorzi is going to take a moment to explain to everybody... tell me about it, Blanky. Whee! I just dynamite. Throw it over your shoulder. Alessandra's going to take a moment to explain to everybody what the plan is. They've got the sailor. They've got, well, the Peters siblings. Bianca, Alessandra. Tons of people. They can cover a ton of ground. The plan is to map out the cavern system as best as they can to know where the exits are, so that if something comes out of the darkness at them, they will be able to, at the very least, lead it out into the light. I'm going to take 3 resources from Bianca. I now need to test agility 3. Find clothes makes it 1, so I'm at testing at 5 to 1. That's a success. We get, we have the 3 resources, sorry, but nothing worse happens. I am going to try to get the clue at my location. I have 4 intellect. It's a 3 shroud location. I think I'm going to toss in this intellect icon to go 5 to 3. Fantastic. We get the clue. Obviously, we're trying to help Gideon as well. He was looking for some sort of heirloom that he buried around this place. Oh, I didn't just bury it on the beach, young man. Yar. I could have... Young man, who do you take me for, Gideon? Oh, sorry, the eyes ain't as good as they used to be. We're going to move into this new cavern location. It's the open cave. 3 shroud, 1 clue. It's a... Oh, it's open, but it is still dark. Sure. We just needed to have the 2 clues, Crosshair, because we did parley him already. I will remind us what it said, because I know that I did it already. Yeah, he studies a formation of black sand and rocks, blah, blah, blah. Remember that he is searching for an heirloom. If we control at least 2 clues at the end of the scenario, you can help him find what he's looking for. Beans! Oh, is he looking for beans? He's looking for beans. During your turn, test Agility 2. This test gets +1 difficulty for each ready enemy here. If you succeed, it loses the dark trait until the beginning of the next investigation phase. Well, that's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Well, the day effects seem to be nicer, right? So I think this is potentially us sort of brushing some debris out of the way to let some light into the cave, which will probably, if not force the crustaceans away, at least force them into some sort of dormancy. So I like that. I'm going to do it after the rest of my turn, which is going to be to try to get this clue. I'm at 4 to 3 again. I don't really see that much bad crap happening, so let's just go for it. Okay. Skull. I'll use it. I'm going to spend a wish and exhaust the Cornhusk Doll to treat it like a skull, which means I succeed and heal a horror. Get the clue. This is very good. We need the clues. Fast. I'm going to test Agility 2. I'm at 5 to 2. Alessandra is essentially moving through the caverns with her group, spreading out, directing them, leading them as best she can to try to, again, map out possible exits and possible entrances for the light. 5 to 2. Elder Sign? Choose a non-elite enemy at your location or a revealed connecting location. Well, the old Jork fancy shirt. Oh, Requiem. I didn't know it was for dominance. I thought it was for foolishness. So, unfortunately, the Black Amanita is not at a connecting location, so I can't evade it. But also good, because then I don't have to take horror. So, I am currently treating it as a day location here. And I've got lots of money. I've got lots of things. I think it's a little dangerous, but I think we just draw a card. Because it might be a weakness, but I feel like that's not the worst thing. Okay, and it's another fox mask. That's nice. Okay. That brings us to the end of our turn. There's a oh, sorry. Because it is now day until the end of the mythos phase? Until the beginning of the next investigation phase. Helen Peters is giving me strength rather than agility. She knows you fight things in the light and you hide from things in the dark. It's true. Alessandra and co have made very good progress ever since they've, decided what their plan is here. There is a creaking and kind of crunching sound from further within the cavern. As we go to the enemy phase, Hunter's Hunt. This is still it's not a dark location, so this crustacean hybrid stays on its light side, which means I think we're going to go end up trying to evade it. What is dark, if not an absence of light? An excellent point. Upkeep? It does kind of work. Kind of. Ooh. Well. Do I need pickpocketing now? Not the worst idea. Okay. The cave is now open to the daytime sky. Light streams in from above, and as you can see here, the fungus that adorns the walls glitters and sort of seems to almost breathe. Well, I guess Flower then, in that case, Flower and Requiem, the question becomes, what is the actual thing? Light or dark? What is... Because if dark is the absence of light, then that means, of course, light is an object, even if it's not matter, right? That means it exists. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, to think that darkness is not sort of quote-unquote real. What is light if light is dark but bright? We got a 4 out of 12 Doom, and we draw an encounter card here in the open cave. Ugh. The sunlight streaming in from above reveals... It's a good point, Blanky Cat. It is made of both particles and energy, somehow. Whoa. Dark what light if California? California! The light streaming in from above reveals that the water, while pristine here in the cave, hides certain horrors out on small outcroppings of rock within the pools here. Corpses of beasts of all kind, dried, desiccated, picked clean by some sort of ravenous beast. Put desiccation into play next to the agenda deck. As an additional cost for an investigator to play a card, they must take a damage. At the end of the round, discard a copy of desiccation. Well, that's fine, because, I mean, that's fine. I'm just not going to play cards. What is this, a card game? I don't need to play cards. When you've got a good ability, you don't need to play cards. West Coast, Florida. Florida. It's a hell of a drug. I'm thinking we move past the hybrid, keep running, and try to find more clues before we enter the fungal cave. That's my plan. Yeah. I can play things, but I take damage. So I will first move as Alessandra and co. venture up into the suspended graveyard. Yeah, exactly, Blanky Cat. Cards! What do you mean play? I thought those were things you just put into skill tests. They are back in one of the mouths of a cove that leads out to the water, where they first encountered the strange crustacean hybrid, and it is indeed here again, clicking its claws and looking with some interest at Alessandra and the company. Well, I engaged an enemy. Search your deck for up to 3 different tricks. When you engage an enemy, exhaust Bewitching, draw an attached card, or search the top 9 for an attached card, draw it, etc. This is elite. I want to stir the pot probably later. I want to have stir the pot, but I'm not going to engage another enemy this turn. So I am going to, I think, exhaust it and take Snitch. I'm not going to probably use this right now, but I'm going to just have it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Since Norway is Scandinavia's dong, that means Florida is just America's Norway. I think we refer to that as the dong effect. Guys, are you just using words in the chat with no logic? If so, that's cool too. Okay, we're here. The creature clicks its talons or its claws in a degree that would imply some sort of threat. We're going to try to evade this creature. What is why if logic does Norway's dong? Look, Requiem, we can't talk about people doing Norway's dong right now, okay? Not in the chat. Norway, man. Oh no. Oh no, that was the worst joke. Woof. Well, that is awful. What's giving it plus combat? I thought something was giving it plus combat. Enemies here get +1 combat and +1 health. Or damage or something. Anyway, I'm evading it at 4 to 4. I guess I am using the Fox Mask. We're going to pitch pickpocketing and a Fox Mask charge to go to 7 to 4. Hey, Requiem, Alessandra's full up, but I also lose some from time to time. We're going to attempt to evade this creature. By doing so, we can, hopefully Alessandra and the company can sort of rush around. Basically, since they've already been here before, since they've already seen this creature, they know that it will retreat to water if shown enough force, essentially. So we're going 7 to 4 here. Nice. Evaded. I'm not going to snitch here for the clue. I'm going to save that for later. I'm just going to keep moving. I've moved out of a location with an enemy. Fox Mask charge. We move again, because I don't want to stay here. I'm going to move into this cavern, which is right near the fungal cave. Ooh, okay. This is the dry burrow. It's a 2-shroud, 1-clue location. During the day, you can free trigger move, but during the night, which it's a dark location, after you end your turn in dry burrow, take a horror. Horror. We're in a dark location, so Helen is once again giving me agility. Despite the rigors of what they've just gone through, Alessandra breathes a sigh of relief, looks around, and kind of smiles at the assembled group. You know, she gives them some encouraging words, like, you know, I understand that this creatures in these tunnels here, that they seem strange and mysterious, but we know now how we can get around them. We just need to find Lizzie and then find our way back out of here. It should be relatively straightforward. She sort of nods. So many kitty cat going. And in fact, Blanky, let's use the parley action to get the last 2. It has to be a parley, so I can't do anything else with it. I mean, I could do other stuff with it, but I'm not going to Theo Peters again. We'll take the last 2 resources from Bianca. And then I'm testing 5 to 0. Huh. Good timing on that tentacle there. Alessandra smiles winningly at everybody, all the assembled people gathered. Excuse me. But her smile wavers as she realizes, looking back at her, only 3 sets of eyes in the dark: Helen, Theo, and Gideon. Did they leave Bianca behind? If you fail, remember that you owe Bianca X resources. So, that's 2. Search your bonded cars for Bianca D. Cat's enemy and spawn her at your location. What sucks is that it's the end of my turn. I did fail a parley. No. Hang on. Yeah, after you fail a skill test while parleying with an enemy. Balls. Well, that sucks. And I've already exhausted Bewitching this turn. Womp womp. Bianca D. Katz. Bonded. Hunter. She preys on me. 3/3/3. I can action... If I owe her X resources, I can spend 2 to parley, put her in the victory display. But if I hurt her or kill her, she gets shuffled into my deck. And she doesn't have elusive, thankfully, so that's nice at least. It's tragic. I wish I still had that soak. After you enter location... No, it's after you enter location. Leaping out of the darkness at Alessandra, is a familiar face. Bianca somehow managed to get all the way around. Well, exactly, Crosshair. You'd think it would be pay her 10 resources, but... She leaps at Alessandra, murder in her eyes. She wields a jagged, rusted blade that she must have picked up from somewhere within the caverns. Theo and Helen gasp and then rush over to try to pull the woman off of Alessandra, that is. The Countess doesn't understand what happened to her. But she needs first to survive the attack. It's now the end of my turn. I have to take a horror. I'm going to put it on me. It's now the enemy phase, where there are no hunting enemies, but Bianca de Katz does 2 damage. I'm going to put 1 on me and 1 on Helen. Kind of sucks. It's okay for now. That's the interest. She seems to... Alessandra's mind is racing, you know. Is it that Bianca feels taken advantage of? Is she screeching about having been left alone in the caves, how she shouldn't have to be in these horrible rural settings with all of these filthy beasts and people? Or has the fungus done something to her? Is there a fungus among us? We ready the hybrid. We ready bewitching. We ready all these tokens. We draw a card and gain a resource. It's the silver moth. I have an extra accessory slot, so it can come into play. You get -1 sanity. Bianca de Katz tears Alessandra's bag from her hands, slashing wildly with the blade. Yeah, exactly, Crosshair. I think it's kind of, in a way, I like it here. But you are correct, of course. That should be where it goes. I like it down here in the accessory slot. It's like a jeweled pendant, you know? Slashing wildly at Alessandra, her bag spills open, and once more the glinting gem known as the silver moth, the intricately designed relic, tumbles, landing face up on the ground and somehow drawing some of Alessandra's blood while it's at it. Hi, Aragwen. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. Keep work lurking. Is all good. We go to... That was upkeep. Okay, guys. MVP of the stream says, fine with either personal choice. Thank you. Did I play any cards? No. So I'm going to discard Desiccation. We go to 5 out of 12 Doom. It's not too bad yet. The Black Amanita, which of course, because we are in the dark, is a massive creature. As if in answer to Alessandra's question, Bianca stumbles to her feet, once again swinging the rusted blade wildly. She giggles and points with her knife, light glinting off of the blade. Alessandra sees at the end of the knife point a single dark black mushroom. The stench from it is awful. But she knows now, of course, Bianca is not angry to be in Hemlock Vale. Perhaps she is, but she's far beyond that now. It's more than that. Something about the fungus has taken possession of her. Oh man, this is after you've discovered... When you discover a clue here, you have to take a direct horror. However, an enemy engaged me? It's massive. So it doesn't go in your threat area. I'm pretty sure is how that works. There's a Zoe ruling about that. Massive is a keyword. It is considered to be engaged with each enemy, but it does not engage you, I think is how that works. Massive enemy does not move with invasion. I'm just going to double check the wording on here, but I'm pretty sure that's how that would work when you engage an enemy. Yeah, because Zoe's ability... Zoe's one of the investigators, right? Yeah, you gain a resource whenever you engage an enemy, but that does not count for massive enemies. Very specifically, it's been decided. Yeah. Not the Zoe rule again. Well, that is too bad, because I really wanted a copy of Bewitching here. Or I wanted Bewitching to fire. Tragique. but it's okay. We've just got some stuff to attend to, right? Alessandra shakily holds out a hand towards Bianca, using her knowledge of French to kind of like soothe her. Okay, perfect, Crosshair. I've got this. She's using a little bit of French that she picked up when she was living in France to soothe Bianca. Close enough to move in, gently pluck the knife from her grasp and toss it aside. I can spend X resources to parley to add her to the victory display, which is what I will do. Bianca is now catatonic. We are then going to evade the Black Amanita. Yeah, well, it's massive, so I kind of have to. I'm at 5 to 3. Let's party. After I succeeded a skill test while parlaying. Okay, yeah. 5 to 3. It's very good. Evaded. Next is the clue. I want as many clues as possible, right? I'm trying to think if I want to, like, go and then maybe try to go to this cavern and then try to like get even more clues that we have. Oh no, what do we do? It's okay, Flower, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Alessandra's managed to evade the mushrooms as they appear here in the dry burrow. By tossing the knife aside, she makes sure it lands far from the mushrooms, and they seem to slink back into the darkness. I don't want to end my turn here, so I think I'm going to try to investigate and get a clue. I have 4 intellect, so let's just go for it. 4 to 2. Cultist! -1 if you succeed, heal a horror. Nope, just, yeah, if you succeed, heal a horror. I will take the clue. A little, how do I say this? A little je ne sais quoi. We're going to move, putting an offering back on the fox mask. F it, I'm just going to head into the fungal cave. I'm worried that I'm doing this with only 1 action remaining, but I think it's okay. Alessandra tells the now catatonic Bianca di Cats to meet them back at the Akwan shoreline, pointing towards the sort of trail of string that they left leading back there. She orders her out back to the shore. No, incredible. We must spend 2 clues. I did. Then it says when an investigator enters, immediately advance. I'm going to advance and then reveal it in a moment. The lobstrosity. The lobstrosity. Oh, that's nice, Blanky. I like that. Yeah, you know? Yeah. Theo or Gideon comes in, like, if we're trying to evade something, right? They come in with a big plank of wood and just, like, smash at the mushrooms to sort of drive them away. Helen! Elizabeth's shrill, desperate... Oh, sorry, this is Elizabeth, right? I'm sorry. Helen! Elizabeth's shrill, desperate cry cuts through the silence. A young woman with a round face and torn clothes hobbles out of the darkness to embrace her sister. Ah! As the pair embrace, their reunion is cut short by a fearsome screech. Ooh. A massive crustacean the size of a house advances. Holy shit. Pincers raised threateningly. The size of a house. The thing's slick, shining form is illuminated in je ne sais quoi. Oh, well, I mean, I say do it, Requiem. Everyone loves a good bit of French. like a mobile home? The thing's slick, shining form is illuminated in green and blue by the cavern moss, and it emits a smell like rotten shellfish. Can you walk? Helen asks her sister. Lizzie shakes her head. As the massive creature comes closer, you tell the pair to run. Helen looks torn for a moment, then nods in thanks before carrying her sister away. Spawn the set-aside Limulus hybrid at the fungal cave. I have to reveal the location, look at the Limulus hybrid, etc. House station. I like that, Requiem. Remove Helen Peters from the game. That's bad. If Theo Peters is under the control of any investigator, Sigma? I don't know I should know that. I don't know my Greek characters very well, but it's a codex entry. Remove Helen Peters from the game. Shit. Yeah, some of, exactly. Where are you? The Lobstrosity. Oh! If Theo reconciled with Helen, a rank, fetid smell of rotten fish and mildew floods the cavern. Theo watches his sisters flee the cave, clearly conflicted, before turning to you, face set. He stands by your side as the monstrous creature lets out a gurgling roar. I'm pretty sure that thing ate Lizzie's dog, he says, drawing a knife. This is for Bruce! Move 1 damage from Theo Peters to the Limulus hybrid enemy. Well, that is great news. Not only did he have a damage on him, but I get to move it. Crosshair. We have just encountered the Limulus hybrid. I'm just going to read this bit again here. A massive crustacean the size of a house advances, pincers raised threateningly. The thing's slick, shining form is illuminated in green and blue by the cavern moss, and it emits a smell like rotten shellfish. What happened next, Crosshair? Helen took Lizzie. They rushed out of the cave. Theo, because he had reconciled with Helen, we moved a damage from him onto the Limulus hybrid, which is great news. That's a free point of damage. Act 3A, Face to Carapace. The abomination from the depths of the cave stalks you through the tunnels. You can only hope you can only hope you can buy Helen and her sister enough time to escape. Great. Action, spend a clue and choose an enemy at a connecting dark location. Move that enemy to your location. Okay, so if you get away, it is very creative. Objective, if Limulus hybrid is defeated, immediately advance. Yeah, it's got a big shell and it's the size of a house, right? The fungal cave is 4 shroud, 2 clues. After you discover 1 or more clues from fungal cave, heal a damage. At the end of the round, each enemy at fungal cave heals 2 damage. Oh no. Okay. We've got to get out of here. Oof. Yeah. Yes, you can, Crosshair. So that's the crab the size of a house. You can see the person there in the bottom right corner for scale. Banana for scale. Here's another one. Quite big. Let's look at both sides. So this is the dark version. It's a 4/5/3, but it has +3 health. So in fact, it's 4/8/3. Hunter, massive, retaliate. Okay. Forced, after you successfully attack it with a melee card, take a damage. Thankfully, I'm not beating it with sticks or pipes, so that's okay. Yikes. Victory 2. I love the victory 1 here. I have a plan, guys. I have a good plan, actually. Oh yeah, I have a really good plan. Okay. It is massive, however. Damn it. Ah. Damn. Yeah, I want to. It's elite Requiem. It's really sad. Beguile only works on non-elite enemies. Tragically. I actually really wanted to just command it to walk around. Oh, but I need these clues. Oh. Can it move? Yes, it can be moved. It can move, yes. In fact, it's a hunter. Once it is... So, this is the dark side. However, if I spend a clue at a connecting location... Yes, exactly, Flower. Where is it? Spend a clue, choose an enemy at a connecting dark location, move that enemy to your location. So if we move it to, say, Akwan, which is a connecting location to this dark location, I might be able to do something to it. I'm gonna draw it near the village, Flower, not to the... God damn it. Okay. I did have a good idea, but I no longer have a good idea. Well, we've still got Theo. we've got a lot of damage. Gideon here is about to... Let's get ready to rumble. Bam, 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 bam. If I... We've got crustacean hybrids coming at us left, right, and center. What I want to do is parley and snitch. Grab the 2 clues here. Easy victory point. Bosh. However, I do not have... That is not the best thing that I can do. And I don't really want to take another 2 damage right now. So I think I'm going to try to evade this thing last action. I'm at... Oh no, I'm now at 4-3 again. Because Helen Peters was the thing giving me the agility boost. It is massive, so if I just move, then it'll hunt to my location and attack me anyway. So I think we are going to try to evade it at least. I'm at 4-3. We're not loving that. Remind me, does it have retaliate? Okay, so we're going to have to go for big backstabs. I guess I could also go for a backstab. Yeah, it's going to heal 2 damage here, but, like... That'll still give it a couple of damage. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to take the damage. I don't want to take the damage. So I'm going to go 6-3 with the mask. And we're going to see about trying to basically scramble to force Theo and Gideon out of the way. 6-3. A skull, which I believe is -3, but I'm just going to... I can Cornhusk doll it, but let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, God. 5, 6, 7, 8... So skulls are -4. Let's go right ahead and turn that into a cultist. So I succeed. Success. Evaded. Yeah, okay. I need a parley option. At the end of the round, enemies at Fungal Cave heal 2 damage. For reference, it has 8 health, so I'm going to have to do a lot of punching and kicking. It's not impossible. I'm just going to have to do something about this. Alessandra gasps as she manages to just spring out of range of its mass of pincers. It seems to have some sort of, I don't know, almost snake-like body behind it. She would be fascinated if she wasn't so absolutely terrified. I am going to have the crustacean hybrid hunt this way towards me, which is putting it, you know, not too close, unfortunately. The hybrid is once again going to engage me, and I'm going to upkeep. That's pretty good, actually. That's almost exactly what I wanted, actually. Oh, okay. So we draw it out, and we just start beating it up. I think that's the plan. And we hope to survive. Yeah, I think that's what we do. At the end of the round, it heals 2 damage. I really want to get the clues off of it, but we're going to have to just see what happens. We go to 6 out of 12 Doom. The creature... slithers and slinks back once again towards Theo, Gideon, and Alessandra. She bares her teeth and tries hissing at it, but nothing happens. Attach luminous growth, this could be good, to the nearest revealed dark location, that's here. Attached location loses the dark trait, so that's going to do something to the enemy here. Enemies here get +1 fight, +1 damage. Yuck. And there's an action to discard it. However, as the massive crustacean swoops around behind, trying to cut off Alessandra and Co.'s exit, it brushes along the walls of the cave, and the mushrooms begin to light up in response. They cast this sickly blue-green glow on everything in the room, completely alien, completely strange. But... because it's in the light, it flips to this side. After Limulus hybrid flips to this side, deal a damage to it. It's elusive and massive. It gets +3 health. It cannot make attacks of opportunity. The fact that it's elusive means it will attack me and then leave, and it won't heal here, which is really good news. It cannot make attacks of opportunity, even better. No longer, it no longer has retaliate. So brushing up against the walls and creating this glow of light seems to, in fact, make it more docile. The end of the round flower, which is quite nice. I can name at least one thing that's elusive and massive. Requiem. Well, turning this into a light location is clutch here. Yeah. Like, well, sorry, you're right, Crosshair. If it was in a dark, you lure it to a light, boom! Takes a damage. Cannot make attacks of opportunity is a big deal, which is quite nice as well. Okay. So that's what's happened here. The mushrooms have lit up, and now the crustacean seems to be somewhat docile in their light. I still have not been engaged by an enemy, and I don't have a good parley option, tragically. So, if I exhaust this enemy, let's see here. I want to deal 7 damage to it to kill it, right? Yeah, I think I want to try to get the clues. If it attacks me, it will move, because it's elusive. It will move away, which will prevent it from healing. So I think what I'm going to do is not try to exhaust it. So I'll save sneak attack for later. And hopefully it'll move to like another light location. I'll go and deal with it there. I still can't parley with an enemy, tragically. Caw-caw! I am talking about Tornado Macaw, Requiem. How did you know? Okay. Let's get this started. Oh, hydrate. Delicious. Thank Requiem. So I want to do as much damage as possible. It's going to hit me and then leave. I also want these 2 clues. Tragically, the Black Amanita is dealing me direct horror after I discover one or more, after I discover a clue. So ideally I'd get them both at once, but Snitch, which is my best option for that, it's when you succeed at a skill test while parleying. I don't have any parleys I can do right now, because I don't have any cards that I can pull right now, because of how Bewitching works and because of how massive enemies work. It's a tragedy. Alessandra Zorzi's silver tongue seems to fail as she tries to replicate those clicks and puff noises that she heard from the crustacean and from the mushrooms. And yet, it's a good question, Crosshair. So, you can only read each codex entry once. However, yeah, I could take 2 actions to parley Gideon. I can't... Not straight up better. Tragic, Blanky. Oh! Well, I mean, spending actions changes the game state. No, I'm just kidding. Let's not. But, like, it doesn't... It also, unfortunately, from my perspective here, Snitch says, play after you succeed at a skill test while parleying, and I don't have any skill tests that I can take, which is too bad. I could still... Have you thought about tactical nukes? It's a good question, Requiem. I hadn't, but perhaps I should have. Let's go with the classic backstab. I want to attack this creature. It's 4 fight. I have 4 agility. Fight, 4 agility. I'm gonna want the British Bulldog, I think. Man, how do I get Stir the Pot out from Bewitching? When you engage an enemy. Oh, okay, so when I engage the crustacean hybrid... Sorry, this should be on its dark side. It deals damage to investigators at its location. Yeah. So when I engage that, I'll be able to grab something like Stir the Pot. And then I think that should be... Yes, and then we should be good. We should be good. Okay, so we're just going to go for a really big attack here. I'm trying to backstab this creature. It has 4 fight because of the luminous growth, even though it seems to be a bit more docile. I'm going to use this Fox Mask charge to go to 6. 6 to 4. Well, I was going to play the mask, Blanky. I was going to play over this one. Oh, no, I can't, though, right? Because you can't have the same... 2 copies of the same card. It's a limit. And it doesn't have a slot, so you can't, like, push it out. Yeah, you're right. Let's do it. 7. Oh. Okay. It's true, Flower. However, because it will be at this location, the fungal cave, it will heal. And I desperately don't want it to heal. I want to destroy this thing. Alessandra is ready to snuff out the lives of any hybrid creatures that seem to be attacking her. That's 3 damage from the backstab, which means we are in a pretty good position to deal with this thing. I'm going to try to stir the pot, I think, next turn. We're going to go with a gun. It can't make attacks of opportunity. Just, it doesn't have... It just has a lot of fight here, which is the only problem. I'm going to play out my British Bulldog. I'm going to draw a card. Okay. That's right, Flower. Well... Oh, except Crosshair, it doesn't have Hunter anymore. Now that it's in the light, it no longer hunts. I'm thinking, this is my plan, and I don't know if it's a good plan, but we're gonna assume that it is. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, I could move out, bring it to my... you have to choose an enemy at a connecting dark location. So I would have to also turn off the... I would have to, Spider-Man, turn off the dark here. I'd have to turn off the light so that it becomes dark, and then all of a sudden it would be dangerous and scary again. I think this is going to make sense. I realize I'm going to take some damage here, team. I am aware of this. But I think we're okay. In the enemy phase. Let's have a look. Hunter's Hunt. This crustacean hybrid moves up towards Akwan. The creatures are moving in on the village, and Alessandra can only hope that she's going to give them enough time to exist. It is but a resource. In the enemy phase, the Limulus hybrid, seemingly so docile, allowing Alessandra time to prepare, suddenly rears its head back and slams into the ground, screeching and clicking. Alessandra looks up to see the thing's maw opening and closing, snapping shut near it. It will do 2 damage and 2 horror to me. I'm going to put 1 and 1 on Theo. I'm going to put 1 horror and 1 damage on me. And then, because it is elusive, I'm going to move it here and exhaust it. Sup, Luke? Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to see you, and I hope you're doing very well. That's my plan. Done. It's now the end of the round. Yeah, it's now the end of the round. The thing is no longer here. So after it smashes down and then skitters away... Oh! Now that's an interesting point, Crosshair. I could move it there instead. Here's the thing. Here's what I really want to do. Engage, like... I'm gonna finish my thought here, Crosshair. My plan is, if I engage this crustacean hybrid, I can draw Stir the Pot. I can then, like, stir the pot, snitch, get the clues, deal all the damage that I need to deal, and kill the thing, hopefully all in one turn. That's my current plan. I don't know if it's gonna work. That's where it gets tricky, obviously, but we'll see. Oh, thanks, Blanky Cat. And okay, now Luke, I see you here. I needed background noise to make Conrad Stevenson less spooky. Oh no! Okay, yeah. It is kind of spooky. I felt like, unlike Phasmophobia and unlike Demonologist, Conrad Stevenson is like a lot more realistic. Like you just kind of hear little ghostly bits there. You know what I mean? It's like more tense in a ways. Yeah, well, I mean, Requiem, that's a good plan, right? Isn't that a good plan, Requiem? You get 7s on pairs of dice all the time. Draw a card, gain a resource. It's a copy of Beguile. We go to 7 out of 12 Doom, and we see... Oh, and we have to ready this massive hybrid, and we have to see if I've made a terrible mistake. We draw an encounter card. It's reclaimed by nature. It's currently day because of the luminous growth here. Test Combat 3. If you fail, you must either take 2 damage or choose the nearest enemy and it attacks you. No thanks. I could choose an elusive enemy, which would then move away, but that's not what I want to do. I also really don't want to take 2 damage. So let's pass, he said confidently. Oh no, Luke, that's a good point, actually. Oh, I like it. Blanky Cat just does a horror, right? It's, oh, Luke, I feel you. I feel you. You catch up with people you haven't seen in a long time. You're like, this is great. Then you're like, yeah, but when am I going to see you again? It's tough, you know? It's almost better to only meet people once. And also, never meet your heroes. The mushroom spores begin to crawl into the cave and see me. Before Alessandra's eyes, they start to move towards closer and closer to her. I'm going to test Combat 3. I'm not going to bother committing to this test. Could have committed, could have passed. It's fine. I'm going to choose the Black Amanita to attack me, and it will deal a horror. I'll put it on Gideon. Seeing the creatures, Alessandra Zorzi takes off out of there as quickly as she can. Yes, Flower. And Flower, I appreciate the compliment, but yes, in the lore that I have built, you can never meet me. I'm just a face on your screen. What happens if you meet your heroes? Do you change the space-time continuum? Do you change the future? I don't know. Ooh, congrats, Luke. That's just great. Excuse me, Arkham. That's Paul Prospero. But what is the difference between Paul Prospero and me? Okay, first action. We move. Here's where it's going to get fun, guys. I'm engaged with this crustacean hybrid in the light. Because I engaged an enemy, I'm going to pull out Stir the Pot with Bewitching. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, just Paul. And I know this doesn't live in my threat area, but I'm going to put it here anyway, just so I remember. Oh no, not the mind what... Welcome back to Doomed, solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Look at all these crabs and lobsters. When he's off air, he's... Yay! Oh, I love it, Luke. Yes, you just have to, like, we'll do like a, what are those called? A spinning door, a revolving door. We'll just do a revolving door. I'll be like, hi, great to meet you, Luke. And then disappear back inside and come out and be like, hello, Paul Prospero. You know, just come back out. It's going to be great. Okay. Here's where it gets absolutely funky. Okay? My plan is parley, snitch. Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah. And then we'll see what we're going to do from there. I can concentrate on being nice. Well, Crosshair, clearly I'm concentrating on being nice on stream. Do you think I'm concentrating on playing the game? You've all seen me play games. Ridiculous. Alessandra, here we go. Here's my narration. I'm not. Oh, Crosshair should blink thrice. Yeah, understood. Alessandra exits the cave and pulls out into the light of Akwan, the fishing village once more. Quiet. Ooh, yeah, well, Luke, yes, we have Cheeky C, who is unfortunately rarely here, often tunes into the Nerdy Filmmaker streams. But yes, Cheeky C is from Scotland. I actually don't know where specifically. Cheeks! The creatures, these sort of massive overgrown lobsters and this absolutely bestial crab-like thing, are swimming around the edges of the fishing village. Alessandra notes that they are probably not... am I out of music? Yes. Hang on. I need my spooky music. No. No. Dun, 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 loop. Oh yeah, no, it is that one. Okay. I mean, presumably, Flower, I have to assume that this hybrid will destroy the town looking for us. Yay, Luke! Oh, that's so exciting. There's actually an Arkham event in Scotland, at Tabletop Scotland, that I just heard about on the podcast, right after Fringe in early September. Man, I gotta go to Edinburgh Fringe. What the hell, Luke? I really need to go. I've never been. Okay. Seeing the creatures sort of swimming about the edges of the village gives Alessandra an idea. Essentially, she's going to try to trick the Limulus hybrid into attacking the other creatures. Oh, it's elusive. I think that's okay. I think we can deal with this. That's okay. Exactly, Flower. Just hit its weak point. We are going to stir the pot here. She's going to essentially find some chum, for lack of a better word, and toss it into the water near the other crustacean hybrids, stirring up the water so that it causes it to sort of frenzy and jump in. Correct, Blanky Cat, you're right. I thought it was damage, but you're right. It's when it fights or is fought, when it attacks or is attacked. Oh, that's so... Oh, man, Luke, that's so cool. I love it. I am going to choose the crustacean hybrid. I'm testing Intellect 2, which its combined damage and horror values, reduced to 0. If you succeed, deal 2 damage to each enemy at your location. So, I am testing 4 to 0. Let's not mess this up, please. Stir the pot! You love to see it. Flower of August aside, of course. You love to see it. 2 damage on the crustacean hybrid. 2 more on the Limulus hybrid? I succeeded at a skill test while parleying. Oh, sorry, I also succeeded by 2 or more, so I could disengage and move to a connecting location. But I don't have to, because I'm going to snitch and discover 2 total clues from among my location and connecting locations. Whoop! And just pull these off, so to speak. Once I've done so, I can heal a damage, but I have to take a horror. So I will heal a damage, and I will take a horror. The plan works perfectly. Even some of the villagers... yes, that's correct, Flower. Which is kind of cool. It's not like a successful investigation, but it is a successful discovering of clues, which feels great. Stirring the waters up near the village is perhaps a little dangerous, but Theo is in full agreement, and Gideon even lends his sailboat to the group for the possibility of kind of making this happen. Some of the villagers even emerge from their shanties to point at the water and scream, what's going on? What are those creatures? As the massive crustacean dives into the water, there is a squeal from one of the other little hybrids as it... Oh, sorry, yeah. No, when it would take damage from an attack, reduce that damage to 1. I think I do want to, though, Crosshair. I have enough actions. Luke says, I found out a TikTok musician you like has the last show of the event on the Saturday morning. Oh! Very cool. That's so cool, Luke. Oh, man. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm totally down. Let's, yeah, let's do it. I mean, I'm a little concerned that I'm gonna, like, miss and stuff. Especially because... I am a little concerned, but I think we do have to go for it. So I'm gonna try 1 bullet from the bulldog. We're gonna try to put down the crustacean hybrid in the light. Oh, no, it has plus X health. It's got 5 health. I'm not going to use 2 bullets on... Sorry, let me rephrase that. I would have to use a bullet on this, then it would exhaust, disengage, and run away because it's elusive. And then it would only be at 3 damage because it says reduce that damage to 1. So I'm not going to bother. I could evade and sneak attack this hybrid, but I think instead I could also beguile... the crustacean. No, weirdly enough, Crosshair, that's what Blanky Cat was saying. Let's just take a quick peek here to remind ourselves. Whoop. Elusive is a keyword somewhere that says, if a ready enemy with elusive attacks or is attacked, after that attack resolves, blah, blah, blah. It disengages, it moves, it exhausts. Stir the Pot is a parley that does damage, but it isn't an attack. It doesn't say, you know, fight or make an attack or whatever. So, I feel like we're pretty good there. I'm going to beguile this crustacean hybrid now. Now that the creature has been hurt by the other massive crustacean, they are tussling in the water. Alessandra Zorzi leans down, runs her fingers in the pond, and whispers something. Oh God, you're right, Blanky Cat. Thank you. Damn it. So she whispers nothing. She whispers nothing and we try to shoot it. Never mind. I'm gonna spend 1 ammo and fight agility. So 4-3 against this Limulus hybrid. I actually don't have that many bonuses. So let's just put this wild icon in and hope to deal with it. Ooh. The shot sinks directly into the creature's face. As the other crustacean hybrid creature slinks back into the darkness, the Limulus hybrid lets out one final croak and simply floats. Seagulls begin to caw and flap down around it. We've defeated the creature. I want to go to face to carapace. The bigger they are, the towering abomination thrashes and squirms, its massive bulk shuddering in violent death throes. At long last, the monstrosity goes still. A filmy blue liquid leaks from its eyes and carapace, right into the waters near Akwan, smelling like more awful rotten shellfish. Covering your nose and mouth, you head back to the village. R1. Sorry, wrong button. I flipped the chaos bag over. Yee! Okay, R1. Let's have a look, and then we'll talk about where we are. I do not remember what page we're on here. I think it was... Uh-oh. That was the Twisted Hollow. So here is the first evening, so it's before all of this. That's the Lost Sister. There we go. Oh, thanks, Crosshair. I should have actually read it, hey? You return to Akwan to meet with Helen and Lizzie. The younger sister thanks you as she stares back at the caves. Helen takes the frayed dog leash from her. Bruce was a good dog, she says. The ocean wind blows the youngest Peter's dark brown hair across her face as Helen wraps an arm around her shoulder. You ask what their plan is now. Well, we can't stay here, Helen says, more to Elizabeth than to you. Before her sister can protest, she goes on. Remember the story Nokeem's told us? The one about Gluskab turning a man into a tree? Everything on this island is wrong. It's transformed into something deadly. Maybe it's time we pay a visit to Uncle George in Portland. Which sounds an awful lot like sending someone upstate. But anyway, I wonder who Uncle George in Portland is. If Theo is reconciled with Helen, proceed to resolution 2. After returning from his truck, Theo asks his sister why she wandered off. Lizzie brushes tears from her eyes and holds up the torn dog leash. Bruce wanted to go for one last walk, like we used to. Theo looks crestfallen as his two sisters look out to the sea, past the rolling waves and the silver clouds. Yeah, I know, eh, Requiem? Theo hesitates, searching for what to say as his sisters face the crashing surf. Come here, Theo. Helen beckons him over. The three siblings stand together, looking out to the sea in silence. Each investigator earns 2 bonus experience for helping Helen save her sister. In your campaign log, record, the Peters family was reunited. And then there's a bit more. So that's nice. The bear was wounded. The Peters family was reunited. Now, I have to assume that that means we're going to have something that we can do with that later. I think, yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Not the house. I know, look, I wonder, re-untied. Oh no, is that what I wrote, Eric Wynn? No, okay, good, we're good. Re-untied. They were tied up, they were untied, they were tied back up again, and they were re-untied. Miskatonic Survey, June 1926. Members Marquez, Musgrave et al. That other one, that's socialite. What's her name? Zorzi? Northern shore and coastal caves extremely dangerous. Identified dozens of hitherto undocumented species of bioluminescent fungus. An exceedingly hostile ecosystem with extreme sensitivity to light. The following has been redacted. Further analysis and observation recommended. Further expedition should come prepared with appropriate gear and extreme caution. That's been redacted to say, avoid the Akwan caves if at all possible. Under your campaign log, if Gideon is searching for an heirloom, and we possess 2 clues, increase his relationship level, each investigator earns a bonus experience. In his notes, record, Gideon found his treasure. I mean, I love that. Yay! I don't know what this is. Found his treasure. The thing is, we have Simon's plan is underway. yeah. Who is this et al. And why on earth did they do so much? They've done so much. Each investigator earns experience equal to victory X. We may now spend experience. So I think that's 3, right? 2 from the crab, crustacean, hybrid. 1 from the fungal cave. There are no other victory point locations, which seems wild, except I keep getting XP during the bonuses, the bonus sort of sections. Great question, Crosshair. I'm going to think about that. I'm gonna look into it momentarily. I'm going to finish this, though. Check off Akwan Shoreline. It's day 2, so turn to Prelude the second evening. Okay. Which we will not do right now, of course. What was I about to do? Akwan Shoreline. Have I done this already? No. Boop. Nice. Okay. What does she say? She says she goes in the victory display. Well, she is the player card, right? I'm going to look this up, and you all get to look at me while I do this. Woohoo! Yeah! This is so cool. Okay, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's no FAQs yet. It's annoying. Oh, look at them eyes. I love it. Except by ability. Well, yeah, because Crosshair. I parlayed her and added her to the victory display. When she leaves play except by the above ability, shuffle her into your deck. She left play by the above ability, so I'm not going to shuffle her into my deck. I'm going to put the player version back in. Because here's the thing. If getting her as an enemy and then keeping her as an enemy, like, if getting her as an enemy and then dealing with her was a problem, like, then this card would leave your deck forever and you'd have to replace it with another level 0 card, which is fine, except that just makes it more complicated. I'm going to double check. I'm going to assume that she goes back in as Bianca D. Katz singing your song, which sounds a bit silly. But yeah, it feels like it shouldn't be a one-time use situation, even though I realize that's not exactly what it is. This brings us to the end of Day 2, The Lost Sister. That was a very exciting ending to this scenario of Doomed. I did not realize it was going to sort of lickety-split, just rush by here like that. So much XP. That's the thing, Blanky Cat, and again, no spoilers, please, but what I've been enjoying so far about Feast of Hemlock Vale is, is that rather than XP gained entirely through scenarios, victory point locations, enemies, etc., which is, it can be hit or miss, right? In Dunwich, you can get like 4 XP, but only if you get lucky with the enemies you draw. Like, that sucks. Here, if you talk to people that you've already developed relationships with, you gain XP. It rewards you for doing what you want to do in the story, which is very cool. Yeah, that's it. That's true too, Flower. Because, yeah, I guess it's that way. If she became an enemy forever, it would be like, okay, so you screwed her over once, and now she's after you. She's after you forever until you pay her back. But I paid her back. At least, story-wise, I paid her back. This has been a great stream, guys. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate, Requiem, your resub, your gift sub. Appreciate everybody being here. Crosshair is, of course, correct. There are no regular Cat House streams tomorrow or Saturday, which is part of the reason that I wanted to finish up this scenario now. John, I believe, will be scheduling a Hades 2 run shortly. There he is. Could have been masturbating right now. Gross. If you can't see the chat, that's what it says in the chat. And yeah, what else do I have to say about that? Uranus is too far away. Unreal. That's quite good. That's quite funny. Yeah, there's also no regularly scheduled Montreal by Moonlight sessions for the next 2 Sundays. However, there should be a clinic hours on Sunday at the usual time. John will be taking that slot. Then the following week, I imagine there will be Drew Crew, at least to make up for it. So, stay tuned to the Discord. That is... Okay, perfect. Crosshair. Not like re-added. Yeah. Well, that makes sense, Blanky. But thank you for the clue. No, okay, wait, Requiem. I'll try not to. I am very much looking forward to a bit more than this. So thank you all very much for joining me today. Of course, the Discord is the place to find out about all upcoming streams. Oh, I'm gonna thank everyone for being here. Crosshair in particular for the mod. Blanky Cat, who was early on, called VIP of the stream. If you want the title, of course, you can fight Blanky Cat for it. If you're watching on the VOD, thank you. I keep getting new subscribers on YouTube. If I get enough of this, I'm going to start applying to be like an Arkham content creator. God, if I got a card to reveal on this channel, if anyone from FFG is watching, Nick, Duke, whoever you are, I really love this game, as you are well aware, and I would love to reveal information in the future. You can harass me if you want, Aragwen. Well, it's about enough of me doxing myself for it one day. Yes, I'm gonna thank you for it. Thank you for being harassing, Aragwen. We'll see you all next time.